Welcome to Investors Insight, episode 166. Today we'll be discussing, is the market going up from here or have we peaked? So let's jump right in.
You're listening to Investors Insights with Greg Powell and the Portfolio Strategy team from Five Plan Partners.
Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
We had a lot to talk about this morning, a lot going on. Greg is in a meeting this morning, so it's the three of us. So guys, a lot going on with the markets.
Definitely.
A lot of conflicting data. Last week we had consumer confidence come out better than expected. We traded up, and then right after that, oil started tanking on the news that rig count started going up. Obviously, with oil going up, rigs are going to start coming back online, drive supply up, price of oil goes down, and so we traded down. So, a lot of the seesawing, like we've seen the past 18 months going on. Big news this week is the Fed. Trey, talk about the Fed a little bit.
Yeah, so, we're really at a tipping point, like Bobby alluded to. Either we're going higher, we're going to break above and go to new highs, or we're going to fall below. And what really could be the catalyst, and what has been the catalyst, is it's been the Fed's market for the last few years. The market's really ignored fundamentals and tracked with the Fed. And is the Fed going to hike interest rates, or are they not? What happened is earlier in the month, it looked like the Fed might. Markets traded back. The Fed came out a little more dovish. That means more easy. The market's traded up. If the Fed comes out very dovish, even without the fundamentals, we could see this market move higher with easy money and free money, low interest rates. That seems to be the catalyst lately. Yeah. And, we're going to put up a chart here, the S&P 500. You can really see that on this chart, we keep hitting up against these highs. And what's the catalyst to push it higher? Well, the market's gotten more expensive. There's a lot of argument. You say there's a lot of risk. But if the Fed is really easy, and the Fed wants the market to go up, they can do it. They can do it this week, and then they meet again in July. It'll be all about how they telegraph their next moves.
Yeah, so historically, the past 18 months, every time they come out and say they're not raising, market goes up. Yeah. So
it's on borrowed time.
Yeah,
eventually the fundamentals need to catch up, but the Fed has the power right now.
Yeah, and so after they come out Wednesday, they meet tomorrow and Wednesday, and then after that, news turns to the Brexit. So Ashley, talk about the Brexit. It's big news.
Yeah, we did. It's 10 days from now on the 23rd. And as much as anything, it's yet another good example of what can create uncertainty in markets where government and markets intersect. And we have it right here, 10 days, really right behind the Fed. So we've got uncertainty there. But more than anything, we wanted to highlight to you on a Friday, a poll came out outside of the margin of error, which really was the first poll that was produced, saying there was a little bit more favor to leave than stay. And really, when it comes down to it, whether you're an individual or company in Great Britain, particularly on the corporate side, if your cost of regulation is higher than what you get selling in a combined market, you probably want to go. If your cost of regulation is lower than the return you get selling in a combined market, you probably want to stay. So it's a government/economic collusion that creates uncertainty.
Yeah, I think in Britain they're seeing the same thing that we're seeing here. People are just frustrated and they want change. They just want something different. Even if it's not necessarily in their best interest, they want something different. And the markets do not know how to price that in.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the polls that came out Friday were, surprising. Up until Friday, most of the polls were showing that, highly unlikely they're going to exit. And then the poll Friday came out pretty strongly that, it's going to be close.
Yeah, I think it's quite clear the market is not priced in a British exit. So if anything happens out of the ordinary, you get volatility, really.
Yeah, and that hurts your portfolio because with everything going on, that causes uncertainty. We said it, pretty much every week. The market does not like uncertainty. So we're looking for solid momentum in this market, and we just haven't seen it. We're looking for it, though.
We run up against uncertainty every time we think we get escape velocity, and this is just another case.
Yeah. And so we got a big week. Like I said, tomorrow we've got small business confidence numbers coming out, also retail sales. Wednesday with the Fed, and then also inflation. So we're looking at a lot. Please let us know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.